Oops. All right, everybody. Welcome to Murder Most Foul, which is a live murder mystery experience. This was written by Abigail Fuller of Who's Clues, and if you're not familiar, she is actually my sister. She writes murder mystery parties, and you can do them live, you can do them virtually, whatever you prefer to do. This is the first time I've ever done one virtually, so I'm really super excited. I have this fantastic cast here, and I will introduce them and then we will get started. So let's see. Up top, we have Bud Wind Chimes. We've got Andrew and Ratchets. We have Danny Spotsy Drew. On the middle level, we have Hunter, Little One Cave. We've got Kathyrn's Clue Corner. We have Maggie. I think yours is Maggie MCGT, right? Okay, got it right. We have America, Pious Private Eye. And then on the bottom, we've got Cozy Potato Parts, Caitlin, and Hannah. Stay tuned for mystery. And then, hi, I'm Susie Should Be Sleeping. I am your host. So, we are going to get started. This is, I know, it is a stacked cast. I know. So, this is going to be a murder mystery. All of these people have no idea what is happening. They're going to be solving this live along with you guys. So be sure to put your speculations into the chat. I'm going to be watching, probably not going to be reading out loud, but I will be typing to you guys as they solve the murder. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Everybody get into character and let's go. I should probably, let's see. I am recording. Okay, good. All right. So, to start us off, I'm going to set the scene. We are a cast of strangers, or are we, who have been marooned on a remote island. And we've all been told that we are going to be on a reality TV show. And we have been helicoptered here. We don't know where we are. We don't know what's going on. So let's get started. All right. Nice to meet you all. I'm Blake Jeffries. If you guys are my competition, I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm gonna win this.
You're not here to make friends. You're here to win. But aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
You should not underestimate the small ones.
You've got an accent. Where are you from?
Moscow.
Hey guys. Let's maybe all introduce ourselves. Get us started. I mean, I don't know what else we should do.
I can go first. My name's Megan. I'm probably gonna win because I was a Girl Scout growing up, and so I'm basically like super knowledgeable in all things environmental and survival. So I'll probably be your biggest competition.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. My name is Taylor Fox, and I'm also here to bring a competition. I've been in Hollywood for about a decade being a stunt person, so I'm also pretty skilled.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna win. I'm Arnold Green, the poker champion. Yeah, that Arnold Green from the World Series of Poker. I've won like 6, 7 times. I've even won blackjack and the world competition for solitaire. If it involves 52 cards, I'm gonna win. So you should just hand me the prize money right now. I don't even know why we're having this competition. I'm the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
You know what, folks? I hate to interrupt, but I just noticed that they've got our audition tapes right here. Should we watch them all?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? All right.
Let's go for it.
Duh.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in there. I'm Arnold Green. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, I am that Arnold Green, winner of 6, 7 Poker World Series. I've lost count. All I can remember is the checks hitting my bank account. After spending years in Vegas playing every type of competitive card game, and winning, mind you, I decided I would dip my toes in the world of reality TV. I got tired of playing blackjack, 5-card draw, Texas Hold'em, baccarat, even solitaire. If it involves 52 cards in a deck and there's money on the line, I've won it. But enough about my days in Vegas. We're here to talk about Read 'em and Weep. You know, I'm not here to make friends, and I don't care if I make enemies. That's why I would be the perfect person on your reality TV show, though I don't even know why I'm sending in this tape. Because, like I said, if it involves cards, I win. So, you might as well just mail me the check. Here. I always keep a trick or two up my sleeve. Let me show you. Oh. Is this your card? You know where to find me. Give me a call.
Hello,
Shama.
my name is Megan Scott, wilderness and survival expert, and I'm ready to apply to be on the show Parched. I am a Parched superfan. I've seen every episode of every season, and I've always thought to myself, I could do that. I think it's finally time for me to show the world that I can. Today I'm going to demonstrate one of my wilderness skills that I learned during my extensive time in the Brownies and the Girl Scouts. That's going to be fire building. So all you need to do is find some wood. Any wood will do. And if you take a look here, I'm going to show you how to take this wood and turn it into a raging fire. See, it's all about friction. That's how it's done. During my time in Girl Scouts, I got all the badges. I got the tree badge, the bug badge, the camping badge, the toilet paper folding badge, all of them. I actually got all of them so quickly that they had to make up new ones for me to earn. While I have quite the extensive skills in outdoor survival, I think what will really set me apart as a contender on this season of Parch is honestly my sheer athleticism. I have athleticism like you've never seen. That combined with my pure knowledge and brain power, I really think that I'm going to be able to take on everyone this season and come out on top.
Hi, my name is Drew Martin, and I'm going to tell you why I am the perfect person to star on Reality Estate. Well, first of all, I'm kind of an expert on both like reality and estate stuff. And I mean, when I was approached about possibly starring in a home renovation reality TV show, I mean, I just thought it was too good to be true. And like the doors this could open for my business and stuff, like would just be incredible. And like I said, I'm kind of an expert on both like reality and estate stuff. So I feel like you would be an absolute fool not to choose me. I mean, for one, so I'm a professional woodworker and a real estate agent. So there you go. I have two areas of expertise. And I have to say too, woodworking is really my passion. Like I kind of just became a real estate agent because I couldn't really like work up in the ranks of professional woodworking because everybody else in that industry is such a ladder climber and I'm not. So that's why I couldn't do just very well in that. And also another thing, I actually do have reality TV experience. I was on another reality TV show last year. It was more Amazing Race Style. It took place in New Zealand and it was kind of weird. It really centered around aliens, but all of my co-stars kind of hated me because they found a confession tape that I made where I may or may not have confessed that every single person on that show had no talent. And so I don't know why they all hated me for that, but whatever, like it was kind of true. I mean, I'm the most talented one. So I really hope you choose me because, like I said, I feel like I'm the most talented in the area of reality and the area of estate stuff. So, like I said, I'm really talented. I think I'm the most talented. So I hope you choose me.
Hello, I am Blake Jeffries, but you probably already knew that because of my decade-long modeling career. When I'm not walking the runway or being on the cover of a magazine, I like to kick back and watch reality TV shows, which is why this show, Model Behavior, is definitely the right place for me. It smells really good. I have what it takes to win. You'll see. Call me. I'll be waiting.
Hi, I'm Haley Morgan, and I'm a 30-year-old celebrity hairstylist. And I'm auditioning for Single Ladies because I am tired of seeing all these wonderful women on the red carpet finding and being with the men of their dreams while I am styling the hair of the men of their dreams. So I'm ready to find my Prince Charming, and I figured reality TV, why not? I'll give it a shot. And I really hope to meet my Prince Charming, and I really hope and pray that he has a good head of hair because I'm ready to style that baby. And if it needs some work, I am fully capable of doing the job of fixing that hair. So thank you for considering me for Single Ladies, and I hope to see some yummy men soon.
Hi, my name is Kitty Baxter. I'm an aspiring actress. I'm 29 years old, and I am a Roommates super fan. I've seen every episode, every season, and I can quote my favorite episodes by heart. I love the challenges, the action, the drama, the romance. I've even written a few pieces of fan fiction about a few of my favorite contestants over the years. This is my audition tape for the next season of Roommates, so I really hope that you will consider me for your show. I would love to be a part of the magic, love to be a part of just the absolute wonder that is Roommates. It's my favorite show. I really hope you'll consider me. Thank you.
So this introduction is probably unnecessary, but for those who don't know me, I'm Chuck Lenard from Better Find Charlie. And y'all knew me as a kid. And you know me now. With my recent newfound passion for camera work in the film industry, I think that you guys are going to be so lucky to have me on this team, and my eye and my almost assistant director kind of role that I'm going to be taking behind the camera. I think that we're in for a great show, and it would be worse if I wasn't here. I'm so excited to work with all of you, and I'll see you on set. Don't talk to me off set.
Hey everyone, my name is Taylor Fox, and you might recognize my work. Maybe not my face, but you've definitely seen me flying off buildings, getting thrown through windows, outrunning explosions, usually right before the actual movie star stands up and brushes themselves off. And that's because for about a decade, I've been a professional stunt double, which means I've spent my entire career doing things that are painful, dangerous, and extremely impressive, all while someone else gets all the credit. So when I got the invitation to be part of Ultimate American Warrior, I thought, finally, no wires, no second takes, and no hiding behind sunglasses while someone else gets the applause. This is everything I already do, except now I'm not landing on a crash pad, and I'm not stopping till everyone else taps out. And I promise you this, I didn't come here to look cool. I came here to show up the competition. No one can stand between me and that finish line, because stunt doubles don't quit. We just don't get caught on camera.
Hello, my name is Rick Detten, and again, I emailed you earlier about the accident and why I missed the deadline. Thank you so much for understanding and allowing me to be able to send you this now. Also, thank you for this opportunity. I got my start back in Melbourne, my hometown, originally, before I moved to the US. And I got my start with the Melbourne Indie Film Festival. I won an award for my camera work. And after I moved here, I won another one in the Louisville Indie Film Festival. And I'm just so appreciative of this opportunity. So thank you so much. I will do whatever it takes to make the magic happen. I'm excited to work on your program, and whatever needs to be done, I can make it happen. Just say what you need, and I'm there as fast as possible. Again, thank you so much. Sorry for the late submission, but you know, I do what I can, and it will be fantastic. All right, bye.
What's good, everybody? It's your girl CJ, aka Cassidy Jones, and today I'm here to tell you why you should pick me to be on Race Around the Freaking World. I know it's called Race Around the World. I just got a little excited. I'm sorry. It's my favorite show. So first off, I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm amazing. Look at me. No, really, look at me. Near perfect form. Now, I didn't say perfect because there's always room for improvement. But if you want an athlete who's going to deliver, then I'm your girl. Plus, I told you this at the beginning of this segment. Anyway, follow me so I can show you a little something. Yes, I have a film crew here with me today. When I'm not training, I work as a caterer and do craft services on film sets. So I ain't new to the game. Make sure you watch your step. Like I was saying, I ain't new to the game. I can cook. So why wouldn't you pick me? And I cook damn well. Hello? So again, watch your step. So anyways, this is where I train when I'm not putting in work at the gym. Zumba, track, weightlifting, and boxing. You name it, I do it. And I don't want to brag, but I got the trophies and the awards to prove it. So, of course, if you want to see the real thing, then holla at your girl. So, okay, thanks for visiting the home of Cassidy Jones. Bye.
Tendu, plié, tendu, plié, rond de chambre, retiré. Pas de ça, écarté, plié, rond de chambre, tendu, plié. Demi-bras, seconde, on croit, fondu, développe, demi-poids, à la barrée.
Here we go. We gon' show you how it goes. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick. Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. Down, down, show you that. Do your work. Come on, down, show you that. Let me see you do the juke. Down, show you that. Do your work. Down, show you that. Oh yeah, come on. Let me see, you gotta come down, show you do the
Okay. Um, so I'm a bit confused. Um, I thought we were doing a reality show for people who are auditioning for a stage play.
Is that not what we were doing?
Oh, told you that, Kangaroo Jack. I thought I was auditioning for Read 'em and Weep, the hit card reality TV show.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a reality estate, which is a subject I'm really talented in. So, I mean, anything else is just really not okay. Like, what gives?
I'm tired of being single, people. Okay, I want to meet a guy, please. Okay, I'm desperate.
I was told this was a dancing competition.
Does anyone? Uh, I mean, I'm not even supposed to be a contestant. I'm just trying to figure out the camera work, and um, I assume someone else was the Chuck fella.
I work alone. I don't know if you know who I am, but I work alone, so not really sure why they would ask you to do camera work when I'm here. Um, but I'm kind of distracted worrying about how the how do we get out of here? We're on this island. I don't see anybody.
Yeah,
We
who
got
cares
dropped
about
off.
the cameras? Why are we here?
This is a
I don't
waste of my
know.
time.
Are we
I'm very
I
missing
think
bored.
we've all
somebody?
been I think we've all been lied to. I thought I was going to be on Roommates, which is like, like a housemate, everyone's in the house style thing. It's my favorite show, and I'm really upset that's not happening apparently, but I should have known that writing fan fiction doesn't get you cast on shows. But yeah, I don't know what we're doing here, and I don't
You
know
know
how
what,
we
guys?
leave, but clearly we've all
I
been
don't know
lied
what.
to.
You know what? It's gonna be fine, guys. It's gonna be fine. I'm also an expert in woodworking too, so I don't know how we're gonna get out, but I'm an expert on a lot of things. I'm kind of a chameleon, so I can just build something. It'll be fine. It's
How
fine.
Well, if we
privileged
need a
is
if we need
woodworking
a
going
chair,
down
we'll
to
let you
the
know.
island?
It
We'll
sounds
let you
more
know
like
if we
those of
need a
us with
chair.
athletic abilities and survival skills are more likely to succeed here.
Thank you.
I
That's
can
what I'm
style
saying.
hair. I'm great at it.
Anybody want to make a bet who comes out of this alive?
I'll
I mean,
take you
it's
up on
not
that,
going to be a
actually.
killing game. It's not going to be that.
All I know
Let's not get crazy here.
all I know is I'm not gonna survive without a Starbucks.
Yeah,
And
of
I
course.
Yeah,
mean,
can you build one of those, please,
I
woodworker?
need that for my camera work, so yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I don't need that. I don't need that at all. I just pure me and my awards.
Does anyone else want some vodka?
Me.
I'll take you
Unless
up
there's
on
an
that.
open bar.
No thanks.
Too bad.
Friends, where's
You fill up my cup?
she's missing? Where's Cassidy?
Oh, yeah.
Cassidy, which one's Cassidy?
The fitness
Craft
instructor?
services lady, right?
Yeah, the catering.
You know what? The ladder climbers, they never make it. I say we just leave her. It's probably for the best.
$50 says she didn't even show up.
I'll
I
take you
don't.
up on that, actually.
Was she here? I don't remember if she was or not.
Did you see her earlier?
I don't remember. I don't
I think
remember.
that information will be very important in a few minutes, actually.
Hmm.
Where is she?
Oh, good. Thank goodness. Well,
What's
bring her
wrong?
over here.
Why isn't she here?
Dead?
Are you like sure about that though?
You checked a
Like her
pulse?
phone
Let me
died?
set up my camera. This is gonna make some good footage, so I'll be right back.
It,
This
Y'all
is
owe me
not the
50
time.
bucks.
This is not the
no,
time.
no. She got. You know what this is? This is some sort of weird reality show that we're all in, and she's playing as a dead person, and we're all involved. We're the contestants, just a bunch of random folk that just. I
Contestants for
I don't know
what?
why, but There we go.
You did
So-
check a pulse, right?
You're sure she's dead?
She's
Do you want to
dead.
pause until you figure
She's
that out?
dead, Jim.
Cassidy is dead, people. And we don't know why.
And they all owe me $50.
He's dead, quote unquote.
I never joined your little bit. I'm giving you $50.
I mean, not to be too harsh about it, but at least that gives us all a leg up in the competition.
I don't know, but I'm gonna win.
I don't know what it is either. If only we
I
had
was just
some
here
sort
for the
of
paycheck, so
direction or something. Can't just throw us all together like this.
Does anyone know where she was before all of this? Did anyone see her before us watching the audition tapes?
I don't think so.
Нет.
I
Nah.
was doing my hair, so sorry.
Did anyone see each other before the audition tapes?
I think we were
I know I
all
saw Chuck the
here.
entire time.
Yes.
I was
Everyone
building
but
a fire.
Cassidy.
And Texas Hold'em as well. I saw him the entire time.
My name's Arnold, actually.
Sorry,
No one
Arnold.
cares.
I usually just pay attention to myself, so don't ask me.
What if this was all a setup?
For what?
For what?
Every one of our audition tapes were different. Somebody brought us here.
Are
But
they gonna kill
why?
us?
Yeah, that's
That we
is
were
what
all
I'm
brought
saying.
here
This
for
is
a
all.
specific purpose. This is just like the last reality show I did. Like, seriously, come on. Why do I always get set up like this?
Someone died
It's
on the
exact-
last one you were on?
Well, no, but I mean, we were all brought there like randomly, and we were just kind of in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of sheep. I'm telling you, this kind of stuff always happens to me.
So you're around a lot of murders?
Well, now you're putting words in my mouth. I mean, are you
Sounds
just
like-
jealous of my talent?
Sounds like
Is
you
there
bring some sort
sheep?
of really
Like-
negative energy around.
I don't know if there's sheep around. Is there sheep around here?
Well, what are
Well,
we gonna
obviously
do? We
we
have
were
to
all
figure this
sheep
out.
since we arrived here easily.
Did
So
anyone?
has anyone
Go ahead.
tried to call the police, or I mean,
Yeah, what do we do?
We're
They took
alone
my
here on
cell
this
phone.
island.
When I came here, they took my cell phone.
I don't
Wait.
keep a
Well,
cell phone. It's easy.
Folks watching, let me know if you can hear me. I know the echo is back. It's this.
Yeah, no service. Like, no. Can check for Wi-Fi.
Let me check all of my 3 different phones that I
And
have.
can
and
Girl
just
Scout
sure.
make a smoke signal for a plane to come rescue us?
Yeah, you're the Girl Scout.
Yes,
Come on.
absolutely. Yep, I'll start the fire. Give me just a minute.
Yeah, no, I don't have any service either.
Yeah, I'm trying the SOS and nothing's happening. So
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
I swear the fire in my video was real. I didn't edit that in. I just need a couple more minutes, okay?
Okay, sorry that I went mute for a moment there. That totally was a thing that happens to me on occasion. I found a letter, and this is really suspicious. So I'm just gonna read this out loud to you guys. Welcome to Dread Island, the world's most isolated spot on Earth, and the location of my newest reality television show, Murder Most Foul. If you are thinking that this isn't the show you signed up for, you're right. That's because you are embarking upon season 1 of what is bound to be an instant success. So pat yourselves on the back and get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. Now at this point, you may be wondering why you've been brought here under false pretenses. Many of you auditioned or received invitations to be part of specific reality shows. Some of you were even hired to be crew members. This is all true to an extent. Crew members will still be behind the cameras, and contestants will still be competing. However, you will not be taking part in the shows you were originally told about. Instead, something is terribly wrong in this house tonight, and it is up to you to figure out what it is. Begin by looking at the cast and crew roster. Cassidy Jones hasn't been seen here tonight, now has she? Go and find her. Once you do, she'll lead you to the next part of our little mystery. As you work, I'll be watching you. Watching and waiting to see how you do. Be sure to take advantage of the confession booth to record your progress and keep our viewers entertained. So you guys gotta give us some confessions. Be careful of alliances, for you never know who might turn against you. Now, until later, my dear puppets, it's time to dance. The producer. And then I found this one next to Cassidy, but I couldn't really tell you guys because I went suddenly mute. Totally a normal thing that happens to me. So you found the body of Cassidy Jones, did you? Good job. It took you a little longer than I thought it would, but there's room for improvement, at least for now. Poor Cassidy was brought here under the pretense of taking part in the reality TV show Race Around the World. Now that you've found her, it's up to you to race against the clock to figure out who killed her. I'll give you a little clue. It's one of you. Begin by interrogating each other. I think you'll find that you each know more about Cassidy than you might think. Delve into her life, find out as much about her as you can before time runs out. Are you scared yet? I hope so. Scared contestants are obedient contestants, and that's good for ratings. To make it more interesting, let me give you just one bit of incentive. If you don't find Cassidy's killer in a timely manner, you may find that you suffered the same fate as Cassidy, the producer.
So it's all a show. Do we want to
That's what I
triple
thought.
check that it's actually a
What I
dead
thought.
body?
Right, so I'm
not touching
still
the body. Y'all can do that.
I'm still part of the crew. I'm not a contestant. I'm not involved. I'll just take the shot and keep an eye on things going on
Take the shot.
You're gonna shoot us?
with a camera.
How was
Your
Cassidy
camera
killed?
Has a secret mechanism.
Like, you
I
found
mean,
her
I'm
dead. Was
not
she just dead?
so sure she's actually dead. Why don't we investigate the body, make
Exactly.
sure she's dead? It being broadcast, I don't know. It just seems like kind of a prank show instead.
Yeah, either she's faking it or it's a prop. I mean, it's a murder mystery show. Of course, this is what this is.
Yeah.
If they're broadcasting it, there has to be communications and Wi-Fi somewhere on this island. Unless it's a closed circuit and they're just watching us on the island filming, and then they're gonna fly off and edit the show together once we're all dead.
Well, now we've got some direction, don't we? Go ahead.
All right, so where do we find her body?
Yes, where is her body?
I actually have a question. So, something's been really bothering me about tonight. None of us have really seemed to know where we are. Does anybody actually know what Dread Island is and like where we are? What is this house that we're in? Where are we? What do you guys think? And it's supposed to be some mysterious island, right? Like where in the world are we?
I know. It sounds familiar, all right? Now that I think about it, I got a lot up here in my brain. All this poker knowledge. Cast that aside. I remember something about Dread Island. I'm pretty sure the turn of like the 20th century, it got its name because there's like a shipwreck, there's a storm, and there's a ship, and it crashed. Like only a couple people on the boat survived, and they washed up onto this uncharted, unknown island in the Pacific, and they tried to signal for help, like Girl Scout here did, and no rescue boat ever came. And according to those who found the island later, the crew tried to build huts and stuff for shelter and look for food, but nothing did save them. Oh God, I'm gonna die next, aren't I? Oh my God. Oh my God. I need a paper bag. Does anybody have a paper bag I can breathe into? I can't die. I've got the poker tournament in 2 months.
Just use your cards. It'll be fine.
You know, I can probably build you a bag. Just give me like an hour or so.
Who was the first person to arrive here tonight?
I was one of the first ones.
and I explored everywhere. But when I was exploring, I saw Kitty wandering around as well. And she looked like she didn't want to be found either.
I mean, I was just looking around. I I mean, I was trying to scope out the island. Roommates hasn't been on an island before, so that was interesting. And, I was just trying to get prepared.
Prepared for murder, perhaps?
Prepared for a reality TV show that I was very excited to be on before I found out it was this reality TV show.
Yes, so were we all.
Did you find like the shipwreck, like the boat that I was talking about earlier? Because I just remembered something else. Like when they found the shipwreck and they found the dead bodies. I know, very gruesome. Uh, and the only thing that they found that was like any kind of hint uh was like etched into a tree, kind of like the Roanoke colony, but instead of Croatoa, it said one by one, and then there were none. I think kind of like the Agatha Christie book. Did you see any of that when you were looking around for the roommates?
I didn't see anything like that.
Huh.
You just now remembered that?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Conveniently just now remembered that.
I'm scared I'm gonna die next, okay?
Well, then get
You're scared you're
smarter.
not gonna find a
Apparently we're all
man. I'm
gonna
scared I'm
die.
gonna die.
Where'd
I
she go?
actually. Oh yeah, where did she go?
Probably went to go find more vodka.
Or to check out the body. No one's done that yet.
I'm not touching it.
So you
I
don't
didn't,
trust me? Or is that what you're saying? You don't trust me?
I
Well,
mean,
I mean,
trust
you
but
did go off
verify.
alone.
If you're the only one who's seen it, let's verify that it's, super actually dead and she's not just acting. I've had my fair share of acting roles where I had to play dead.
Well, then why
Same.
don't
As
you
an
go check out the
aspiring
body?
actress, I've had to play dead before. We all know reality TV isn't always reality.
Hey, speaking of acting and dead, Taylor, actually, I did have a question for you. Um, so I remember a few years ago when you were in a movie and weirdly someone else died when you were in that movie. Do you care to talk about that at all? You
I
ended
mean,
up
I'm in a
getting the
lot of action
role
movies
and
where people die all the time. It's just Hollywood. It's not actual death.
no, this person actually died and they were going to be the stunt worker, and then when they died, you actually got the role and made a lot of money. So
I mean, I don't know much about that, but at least it benefited me. So
got it.
Hold on a minute. Um, Earlier when we were talking about who's the first on the island, are we talking about specifically the contestants, or are we talking about anybody?
I mean, if anybody could have murdered her, then anybody.
Okay, so as far as the crew's concerned, technically I was the first one. Um, I basically it was pretty much deserted, but that's pretty standard for shows like this. Um, I didn't see a dead body. I didn't see anybody. Um,
Did you have your camera rolling?
uh, yes, but it didn't. It wouldn't have shown anything.
I mean, we can review the footage, right?
Um,
Maybe it caught something you didn't see.
yeah, I mean, worth a shot. Um,
Are you embarrassed by
yeah.
your work?
Hmm.
Are you
What's that?
embarrassed by your work? That's why you don't want to show it to us?
You're one to talk, aren't you? I've previously worked. I previously worked at Parched, all the way back in Melbourne. I've done my own work on reality TV shows, and it was just as deserted. It was also a deserted island, and it had many cameramen. I don't know what kind of 2-bit rate production is when the only camera people are me and you. Just us two. Isn't that a little strange way that there's no other camera people here, just us two?
I just think that means you don't know how to run a set if you can't do all the shots yourself and really make the project your own.
I'm sorry, how many awards have you won?
I have been in the film industry since I was born, and I've won many awards behind the camera and in front of the camera. So,
oh yeah, which ones?
I'm not gonna drop all these names in front of you. My work speaks for itself, and if you don't know it,
I
then
listed both of mine.
you've done research.
Melbourne and Louisville. I've mentioned mine. So as far as I'm concerned, you're just all talk. So whoever this producer is, just doesn't care about how good this show is, apparently. I mean, if it's just us two, I don't even know if it's actually broadcast.
Maybe it was budget cuts.
Have you guys been filming this whole time? Like, are you filming right now?
As any good cameraman would be. Mm-hmm.
Hey Charles, have
It's
you
not,
had any
right?
questions yet?
Sorry,
I
two
think
people were talking
maybe
at the same time.
so I think maybe we should look for hidden cameras.
Didn't
Now
we
there's
look
an
at the
idea.
body? Like,
If
what killed
you
her? Was she stabbed? Poison?
I still want to know where Anna Karenina went.
It's really not
She's
important
gone
right now,
again.
is it?
She was
Yeah, but
back,
what
and
if
then
she
she
died
left.
too?
You'll live.
Yeah, is it visibly obvious how the dead lady became dead?
Any clues? Did you find anything by the body conveniently that you were the only person who went and found it?
I actually got my dead body badge in the Girl Scouts, so if she's still out, I could go take a look, but I haven't seen her yet.
They didn't have a forensics badge when I was a Girl Scout. That actually sounds pretty fun. Girl Scouts is leveling up.
I got all the awards so fast they had to make new ones for me.
Fair enough.
Aren't we special?
I love that the police force are now using children to help solve crimes.
Yeah, can I get a box of Thin Mints?
Hey, kids can be brutal these days.
Russian.
Charles, did you
So
ask
no
her a
one
question?
knows for sure.
So are we checking the body, checking for hidden cameras? What's the next move here?
Hold on, we're loading.
Okay.
Is that truck reloading on something?
Andrew, did you get my email?
Now I did. I'm so sorry. I just was too busy um, looking at all of my beautiful camera footage to continue reading.
I will also note, I don't know if we're still on break, so I'll phrase this carefully. Maybe a note to check more materials may be helpful because I did miss that.
Yeah, I had yeah, I had no idea.
You have to scroll a little.
Are you done with that Starbucks building that yet?
It's gonna take probably at least another couple hours. I mean, I'm really good at
Alright.
building things, so I should have, foundational stuff done in the next like hour or so. And building a whole building, I mean, that's easy for me. So,
Okay, great. Thank you.
Does anybody know a good single guy? You got a brother, friend, cousin, somebody that is single? Because
I
I do
actually
have a
got Go ahead.
I have a previous client that, as far as I know, I think he is still single, but it's a little complicated. But um, honestly, he comes with a lot of baggage, so I'm not gonna recommend him. He's kind of a player too, so
Yeah, we don't need
I
that.
s- I don't think it would be a great fit.
I did get my matchmaker badge in the Girl Scouts also, um, but currently, unfortunately, all the men I know are not single.
Y'all are so helpful. Great to have you.
You guys
So
want
I
to
was
see a
just
card trick while we're waiting, or
Yeah, actually.
Can you make
no,
yourself
I don't have
disappear?
time for that.
Do you have something to say, Chuck?
I do. Now that I have taken a second to calm down from this situation and really focus on my personal well-being and my personal kind of fame in this situation, I just remembered that I have met Drew before, and I'm wondering, as a real estate agent, were you the one that picked this location? Um, I know you have extensive experience in that,
Wait, you
that
recognize
area.
me? I mean, you recognize me. It's cool. It's fine. Um, yeah, it's really, it's really chill that you recognize me. I mean, I get recognized like all the time, so like it's so not a big deal for me. But as far as what you're implying, I would put a sock in it, Mr. Sunglasses, because I had nothing to do with the scouting of this location. I mean, I'm really successful at that, my career, but I had nothing to do with picking this location. I thought I was going to be on Reality Estate.
Alrighty then. At least I know how to protect my eyesight.
Well, I can tell all of you really don't believe me, and to be quite frank, I find that insulting, but I mean really, I can prove it to all of you because in fact, I was supposed to be the host of the show. So, and I got dumbed down to be a contestant like all of you. So, I'm
So what
made
I'm
to be.
hearing is if you're the host of the show, then you murdered somebody and you picked a location because of your real estate experience. And now you're just pretending this whole act.
Um, no, that is false, Sunglasses. I was supposed to be the host, but at the last second, they made me a contestant. So now I'm stuck here, slumming it with all of you wannabes. So I'm just as in the dark as you guys are. I thought I was going to be on Reality Estate. I had nothing to do with this location scouting.
wannabe? How many world championships in your field have you won?
Oh, put a sock in it, poker face.
Yeah, Lady Gaga.
Okay, just a little aside. Lily had to leave for a moment. So the person who received the question for her, just hold off for a moment. Everybody else, check your emails. Back into character.
Yeah, Megan. Who did you say you were again? Like, where are you from? And what do you do?
So in my video, which apparently you didn't pay that good of attention to, I thought I was applying to be on Parched because I am basically a wilderness survival expert
Who's your
because of my
thirsty?
extensive time in. I mean, that's just not related, but yes. But this was because of my extensive time in the Girl Scouts. Are you implying something?
Um, I was just wondering if you maybe have you ever done theater? Because I mean, you're such an actress, like such good acting in that audition tape. Do you have you ever worked in show business or you know, any like behind the scenes stuff, like I don't know, film, movie producing, that kind of thing?
Thank you for recognizing my talent. Yes, I do have some experience. I actually majored in theater. I mean, at my local community college. But I took some classes on production and cinematography and obviously acting. But, that's just never ended up doing anything with it. But can I ask? Obviously, you recognize talent, but why are you asking about that now? It doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Oh, I was just curious. My curiosity got the best of me. I was just wondering if you had any experience in producing.
I mean, who
That's
cares if
all.
I took production classes? That doesn't make me the producer.
Well, I'm just saying it's good to know that you have experience producing and that you are knowledgeable as a producer. I thought that was very interesting.
Unrelated. Thank you.
Okay, if you say so.
Odd. Does anyone else here have production experience of any kind?
I mean, I worked in Hollywood, if that counts.
Mm.
Mm, Haley, you've done a lot of like hair on movies and TV shows, right?
I have.
Yeah, I read in a magazine once that you were responsible for the evil Peter Parker like emo bangs in Spider-Man 3. That was a look. Um, so you've worked on shows before. So do you have any idea like what is going on here? Do you know something about what is going on here tonight?
If I had known that not going to be a singles event, do you really think I would be here? Because I'm sick and tired of being single. I was promised men, and there's nothing good for me here. So, no, I would not be here.
There's nothing
I,
good for you. There's at least
I
3 men here right now.
Yeah, and I'm
there
having a
aren't
real
men
problem with you
here.
here, buddy. You're getting
I'll
on my
pass,
bad side.
thanks.
Okay.
Fine by
And
me.
by
To
the
be
way,
fair, one of
Spider-Man
the
3 is a good movie, and I will fight you on that because I love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Yeah, the bangs are a bit much, but you know what? He was bad, okay? So it worked.
You better be careful. She'll rub some dirt in your eye.
To be fair, one of the people here is a killer, and it could be one of the men, so, like, it's in her best interest to not be dating right now.
Just gonna single us out like that?
I mean,
Ugh.
who doesn't want a man who's gonna take care of them, though?
Mm.
I don't think the producer is taking care of any of us right now.
I think the producer took care of Cassidy.
That's true.
Yeah, certainly not Charlie over here. He'd be too busy focusing on himself to focus on anybody else.
Who else matters?
Maybe the people on the other side of the viewfinder of the lens?
Sure, let's just crawl inside the camera and find out.
I'm pretty important, so I shouldn't
You
be
say
here.
you. What was the name of your show again, Chuck? Was it? Was it? It was Charlie. Something with Charlie in it.
Can't believe that I even have to repeat the name of the show, but I will just to, you know, just to be real with you. It was Better Find Charlie.
I don't think it
So
worked.
Wait. So you were, and who? And you played Charlie?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I do know who you are.
I
Ah,
thought so.
yeah. Oh, oh man. If I heard much about you. Oh boy. Yeah.
Probably all positive things.
What have
Not
you heard,
always
Rex?
positive. Not always positive. You did not have a good you did not have a healthy work relationship with your producer there. Uh what was his name?
Hmm.
Paulie? Paul Paul
Do
Paulie
not
Paulie?
say that name in my presence, please.
Paul? I'm close, aren't I? Is it Paulie? Paul? Which is it?
I unfortunately have removed the name from my vocabulary, so I will not be repeating it here. To protect myself. So um
Stop.
but just the fact that you would bring up that person.
Liebestein. Liebestein. Paul Liebestein. That's right. You two were just not. You two had a lot of bad shit going on. I couldn't believe it.
That man, I was a child, and he would force me to work 9 hours a day when children are only allowed to work 8.
Oh, is that what happened?
And he told me that I was annoying and self-centered. How could someone say those things to me? Out of
I
all
mean,
the
not much
hard
has
work.
changed.
You see, I was sympathizing with you for the other thing. About the whole work hours, that's not good. But the annoying, maybe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point.
The verbal abuse that I experienced and the long working hours were something that no child should be a part of.
Is your show because you're trying to find your inner childhood to heal it?
Yeah, are we your Charlies? Are we your Chucks? Are you taking it out on us?
I have a dedicated team of therapists that spend 2 hours each morning with me to discuss these problems. So I would not discuss this in public in normal circumstances.
Well, we're on a
We were
freaking
fine just like
island.
jumping off
Can't
a
get more
building
private
for
than
fun,
that.
but like with a bungee cord, with a bungee cord.
Only
All
if
I'm
you come
saying
with
is
me
it
without
can
a bungee
it can
cord.
burst some life back into you.
Bungee cord.
I
Just make
cannot
sure
believe
you
you
check
guys
your
would even
harness.
I cannot believe you guys would even think that I would be bringing you into this scheme. as some sort of retribution for my past. And I have no idea what's going on here, but I really suggest that we bring the conversation of me back to my accomplishments and my presence in the show and my wonderful media that you guys can all enjoy for years, and not this absurd accusation. Thank you.
Your accomplishment of being annoying.
My accomplishment of a beloved show for families all around.
And what
Speaking
else?
of shows,
And my camera work
Hey guys,
from after that.
wasn't there another person here?
Uh,
Did
Are
she
you
drink
talking
too much
about Lily?
vodka, dance off a cliff?
no,
No,
she
I'm
was
not
already
talking
gone.
Russian ballet lady. I'm talking who is it? Who's missing?
Uh, it was the it's not the survivalist lady. It was oh, I can't remember. She had long dark hair, uh, round glasses. Oh, what did she do?
You've just described two other people who are still here.
Eh, hmm. I could see her in her face, but like I don't remember her name or what she was known for. Uh, anyone else help? Anyone else help me with this?
Oh, look, Anna Karenina is back.
you know, speaking of faces, since I do a lot of hair with Hollywood and stars, I'm pretty good at picking up on facial expressions. And Megan, you recognized Cassidy, didn't you? And you know, if you already knew who she was, you know, from your days on Parched, would you really consider her a threat and maybe take her out?
So, okay, I'll admit it. I did know Cassidy. We've actually known each other for a long time. You probably heard me mention before that I was in the Girl Scouts. Um, well, she was in the Girl Scout. My turn to talk. She was in the Girl Scouts too. We actually were in the same troop. We were really good friends for a long time. But we had a falling out, and I'm not ready to talk about it actually.
That's convenient.
Are you implying something?
We have a dead body on our hands and you knew her. So I think your past issues need to be on the back burner right now because we need to
Um,
solve this murder.
my falling out with Cassidy has nothing to do with what happened
How do you
today.
know?
Nothing. You are implying that I might have done something. My There is no vendetta against Cassidy. Absolutely not. We actually, just because we have our differences doesn't mean I would have killed her. I wouldn't kill anyone. I I actually lied earlier because I didn't get all my badges in Girl Scouts. I can't even hunt. That's the only part about camping that in Girl Scouts that I never did well at. So it's embarrassing, but I couldn't even kill her if I wanted to.
Hey, you would make a really good stunt double for falling in the snow, though. So if you ever want to book a gig like that, I could definitely hook you up with a film opportunity with that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I could
Mind your
find you
business,
guys
Taylor.
the best location, like the best snow that the world has to offer.
Is it pure?
It's pure. It's made out of purely unfiltered water from the sky that crystallizes into just the finest powdery white. I can find the best snowy locations for you.
Oh, I bet that just smells great. You know, speaking of snow, and since you're back, Anna Karenina, I got a couple questions for you. You know, I seem to remember hearing your name before. Um, I know you're a ballet dancer, right? But I'm pretty sure weren't you supposed to be on some show, Twinkle Toes or something, like a year ago in the last season before? Pointed Toes, not Twinkle Toes, Pointed Toes. That's what it was, right? Weren't you supposed to be on that? But then you got like you like blew out your ACL or something. You like injured your knee, right? And then you had to move out of your multi-million-dollar mansion into like a single bedroom apartment, right? It was all over the tabloids.
I'm a ballerina. You really think that I lived in a mansion? First of all,
You're
I
famous.
always lived in a one-room flat. Even as prima ballerina. You don't make much money. Yes, I injured my knee. My partner dropped me during a pas de deux. It was not his fault. I went for the jump the wrong way.
Does that happen often in ballet?
Constantly.
Jumping the wrong way?
Even the
I
best
guess,
dancers can enter their leaps the wrong way.
I mean, you got a 50-50 shot of it being right.
Depends on the dancer.
Yeah, I just can't help but wonder if like the trauma that you suffered trying to be on Twinkle. I already forget the name of the show, Twinkle Toes or whatever the hell it's called. Like, I can't help if thinking about the trauma that the producers put you through on that. Like, you're now trying to like get revenge. Like,
I am Russian. You really think that's the worst trauma that I've endured in my life?
I mean, you don't look old enough to survive the siege of Leningrad, so
Just because I'm not old enough to have been a part of Leningrad does not mean that I have not endured trauma. It is Russia. It is not all twinkle toes and roses. I have no hard feelings towards the show. In fact, I was auditioning for it again, or I thought I was. I just want to get back to dancing. It is all that I am good at.
And will you do anything to get back to dancing?
Certainly not commit murder. Do you know what happens to murders in my country?
Enlighten me.
It is worse than death.
Okay. Sure.
Kitty. You auditioned for a show called what was it again?
Roommates.
Roommates.
Yes.
I hate to admit it, but I too read the tabloids from time to time, and I remember reading about a Carlos Hamilton.
Carlos Hamilton.
Is he someone you recognize?
Yes, he's my favorite Roommates cast member.
And who was dating Carlos Hamilton?
Well, at one point, Cassidy was dating him.
I seem to remember hearing that Cassidy was receiving threatening letters from a fan. A fan that signed their letters Kitty with a little paw print next to their name.
I mean, yeah.
Seems a little
I
bit too
was.
coincidental.
It's not a coincidence. I'm the one who sent the letters. I was in love with Carlos. I kind of still am, but letters are one thing, but I would never like try to take out a romantic rival with like murder. I don't want someone to choose me because I'm the last person left alive. I want someone to choose me because they want me. And I did want him to be single, so I had a chance, but I mean, it's been a while since Cassidy and Carlos broke up. And that's what I was going for. So I have nothing against Cassidy now. They broke up. Everything was good.
Susie,
Yes, ma'am.
check your phone, please.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that?
None of your business.
So I think that the focus
Okay.
hasn't been on me enough recently, so I think I'm gonna, I just want to share you guys something that I just, connected after all this time, and I think, you
It's
know,
never enough
um,
tension.
with everyone bringing up my past trauma and spewing it everywhere, I figured that I should, you know, spew somebody else's, right? So Rex, the name Detten just sounds very, very, very familiar. And are you, in related at all to the Rhode Island Dettons?
The Rhode Island Dettons?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, they're extended family, so yeah, I mean, that's how I was able to get from Melbourne all the way to America. So that helped.
Extended family. So
Mhm.
Harold Detten being your father?
Yes, Harold Detten is my father. He is.
So so it's my understanding that Harold pretty much pushed you into this entertainment industry and pretty much forced you to work this industry, make a name for yourself, and um, even if you didn't really want to. So, you know, what a way to get back at your father for using the craft that he made you teach to murder people, bring all these people that you maybe not like to this island, and get all that anger out against your father.
So I'm going to murder people with a camera because I'm upset at my father? And
Never
my
said with a
father's not even
camera.
involved in any of this. And I'll have you know that I do have a passion for what I do. All right? I do. I work very hard and do whatever I can to make sure that I make magic happen. Exactly what I said in the audition tape. I make magic happen, and I want to be a part of that sort of world.
Rotten Tomatoes has a different idea of magic when they review your movies, and haven't seen one above 50. So
They are indie movies, so they're not going to get many critics to come see them. That's why the numbers are skewed. It happens to the best of them.
Do golden Razzies fit on it? Do you put your golden Razzie awards on your trophy shelf? I'm just curious.
That was for acting, not for camera work. I was nominated for a Razzie for acting. I am not an actor. I never want to be an actor. I just want to do camera work. That's all. I don't care about acting. And that Razzie nomination, that was proof enough that it just was not for me. So unless you can, and in bringing up my father, if you, what's his connection to all this? Do you have a connection to him with this island or this shindig or whatever? Because unless there is, I have
I
no reason to believe why he's relevant.
I think it's more of your father never gave you the opportunity to run your own production and do your own show and really take the reins. You were just always in the back seat. Um, so this is the perfect opportunity to do that for yourself. You brought us all here. You're running your own show. and you're getting all of this anger and resentment that you've built up over the years towards your father. So I don't know if he has a connection to this location, but I'm suspicious.
Again, based on nothing. Nothing. Do you think I would want to be stuck in an island here with the rest of you? I I'm not a contestant. Okay, I work behind the scenes. I'm happy working behind the scenes. I don't need to be in front of the camera. I don't want any of this. In fact, with all the shoddy production of what's going on here, they clearly don't care about production anyway. If I was producing this, which I'm not, I would do a lot better job at it. But it's all crap. They don't care about production. they probably don't care about you and me either. Whoever the killer is, or whoever the dead person is next, it's probably going to be one of us. I didn't want that to happen. It's not going to be me. No, it's not going to be me.
Are you crying?
I'm holding it together as best I can. Thank you for the concern.
Is this the part of the show where they bring out our parents and we cry? This would be the perfect time for them to do that. We do like the paternity test, that you are the father. Is that part of the show, or is that?
Well, if my father is involved, let him show up right now. Guess not.
So, not to interrupt this incredible rivalry, Taylor, I actually have a question for you. So, it's pretty well known that you're like the best in the stunt business, but there are some other prominent names in the stunt world, and you've been known to be pretty territorial. Now, I heard somewhere that there was a big budget movie being filmed and you were cast as a stunt double, but somebody else was cast as a stunt double. Who was that? Oh, was it Cassidy Jones?
I mean, you say territorial, I say confident. And who doesn't want to be replaced by the younger model? Sure, we were working on the same film and we weren't exactly besties, but I had nothing against her. We just didn't go out for tea at the end of the night, you know what I mean?
Still sus because you know her and you've worked with her.
I mean, I've worked with her, but I barely know her. We kept it professional on set, and I have no ill will against her. I don't wish her any evil, but I wasn't exactly gonna extend my who I know in Hollywood to her. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna be her mentor.
Did she take your spot or did you work with her?
No, we were both in the film. She didn't take my spot, and I didn't feel threatened by her. When you've been in the biz as long as I have, you're pretty confident in your own skills.
Arnold, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah. All this talk, I have some thoughts. Drew, didn't I see you in that viral video where you threw a hammer at a contractor? You were first auditioning for Reality Estate, and you were building a house, and you got into an argument with the contractor, and he said something really insulting about he said you have no talent or something, and so you picked up the peen hammer and you just like a tomahawk just like chucked it at his head. Like I remember seeing that on YouTube, and then like didn't it get taken down? Because I tried to find it the other day because it's so funny, but
Okay, it's not what you think. It was all for publicity. It was all an act, okay? So it's not what you guys think. The video was taken down because it caused too much of an uproar, but I swear to you, it was all a joke. It was all a joke. I would never hurt a fly. I mean, unless it like landed in my drink, then I probably would. But it only got taken down because it caused such a ruckus. But like even the contractors were in on it, you know? It's not what it looks like.
even the one you chased with a nail gun and you said I'm gonna shoot you up with nails, that was fake too. Drew, your sound cut out. I don't know what you're saying.
While Drew's working on the sound, if anyone has a link to that video, would love to post it on social media and share it for everyone. So
Yeah, Girl Scout, did you get your finding unlisted YouTube videos badge?
Yes, yes, I did.
Drew, we cannot hear you at all.
Drew?
Very convenient that your mic's cutting out right
Yeah.
now, isn't it?
Drew?
You know what? This island, people just spontaneously go mute. It's fine.
You know, I mean, listen, I'm no Sherlock, but you know, I'm just a pro poker player. But it seems like a man that chases another man with a nail gun saying I'm gonna shoot you full of nails probably has some violent tendencies, and you know, I don't know, maybe Cassidy said something similar to that contractor and Drew just snapped. I mean, he did say that his role got downsized from host to contestant.
I'm definitely keeping my distance away from her. She's upset. Can you write it down?
And a drunk.
Yeah, you need like a whiteboard slate with a marker.
Maybe try walking out of the room and walking back in again. See if that unmutes you on this island.
I do love charades.
You know, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what their cards read by the way they hold their eyes. And there's some anger in Drew. I can see it.
Well, you bring out the anger in the best of people.
Ain't that the truth? Right, is it 3 words? Yeah, frustration. OMG, no.
Haley, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, I didn't tell anybody. I mean, I kind of hinted at it, but I told you guys that I got the dead body badge in Girl Scouts. So earlier I actually did go look at Cassidy's body to see what I could find out.
Oh,
And I
good.
did find something actually.
What?
I found a business card in her pocket and it had a name on it. And that name was Haley Morgan. Can you please explain to us why in the world she would be having your business card in her pocket on the day that she died? Did you guys know each other?
You do realize that I'm a famous Hollywood hairstylist, so I see hundreds of thousands of people. So
And you
if
don't
someone
happen
wanted
to
my
remember
business
the
card,
dead body?
no, I didn't know Cassidy
How'd she get your card?
because I'm not stupid and I post things everywhere and I send people business cards. If I want to get my name out there, good way to do it. And obviously, a lot of people are celebrities or want to do something fun or reality TV show stars. So why not put my name out there with my business card? Do you not think that people who want to run around the world need a hairstylist?
I just find it odd she had it in her pocket when she died.
Probably because she wanted to talk to me.
Why would that be?
Because I'm a hairstylist from Hollywood. Do I need to
She
go over the Tobey Maguire
asking
situation
for
again?
assistance, or
Say that again?
was she asking for assistance, or with her
I don't
hair?
know. Most people need assistance with hair. That's my job, is to assist with hair. I think some of you could use some assistance from the looks of it.
Can you help me? I'm growing out a pixie.
I'll hook you up, girl.
There's people just dropping in and out. It seems.
This is a very mysterious
Right.
island. Let's just not question it.
Yeah.
A lot of fog on the island.
lot of weird things happen. What was it you said? Arnold, you were saying that it's similar to, well, not exactly like the Roanoke. Is that what it's called? It's similar to that, but not quite that.
Roanoke.
Yeah. That was the one where, like, the town went, like, everyone in the town went missing, right?
Mhm.
I mean, do you think that all the weird things that have been going on around here with people going quiet, um, nobody being on this island before we got here, um, I'm not saying it's the case, but I'm asking for your opinion. Um, do you think it might be some weird curse or something?
First of all, it's very clear that your family is from Rhode Island because nobody from Australia would just know about Roanoke off the top of their head. Second of all, yes, I do think it could be possible that there's a bit of a curse situation going on, like a Scooby Doo Zombie Island kind of situation. Like, yeah, these people died like really tragically. It was a terrible situation, and like I said before, there were very few survivors, and the people who did survive had to witness tons of people dying tragically, and nobody knows exactly how they died, and they cry out for blood in the middle of the night, and maybe they sacrifice people who step onto the island. I know it sounds crazy, but hey, at this point, I'm just spitballing ideas out, you know? And like, this isn't even the first time I've heard of something like this happening before. One time for a poker tournament in the, admittedly, like in the middle of nowhere in like Colorado, I stayed at this old hotel that was built upon an ancient burial ground. I know it sounds fake. I know, like, you know, oh, the old ancient burial ground. It's an overused trope, but nobody knew about it until we got there for the poker tournament, and you know, the hotel had changed hands many times. It started as a local hotel, and then it became like a, you know, a Hampton Inn, and then, you know, when I went there, it was a Sheraton, and it was very nice, but just accidents kept happening on the property, and there were, you know, these hauntings that the guests couldn't explain, and you know, maybe something similar is happening here. Like, I don't know, like, who can be sure? Just a thought.
Anybody else
Really specific
agree with
story.
Ani?
I want to circle back to they cry out for blood in the middle of the night. Is that a common part of the legend of this island?
I'd heard it. When I first heard of the legend, that's what they said. The guy telling the story went like this: They cry out for blood in the middle of the night, and anyone who steps foot on the island gets sacrificed.
Hmm.
While you guys are busy telling ghost stories, I'm gonna go check the dead body because somebody else needs to check it.
Check your harness before you go. You're always talking
Can't
about
be
checking your
safe.
harness.
Actually, speaking of Cassidy, we kind of got sidetracked. Chuck, you're pretty famous, aren't you?
Obviously.
Wouldn't you say? And yeah, because of that, I swear I've seen your name in the tabloids so much, and you're just so cool and famous. You always have articles written about you
People
that get
like me.
plastered everywhere. Actually, a few magazine articles. I actually managed to dig them up. I believe you were in one titled "Former Star Finally Found Love." Oh, and then the other one, "Better Find Charlie." How about "Better Find Love"? You've had a very
Lover.
public love
Ooh,
life,
you
haven't
got
you?
you got a girl?
I did.
Yeah. So, that story, it involved you kind of being seen a lot with a mystery woman, very mysterious there. There were pictures of you guys at beaches, went jogging together. Even they saw her going in and out of your condo in LA, which you just recently bought. But no one seemed to know the woman's name. But from her photos, I remember those photos very well now. And she had a very, you would say, unforgettable face. Wouldn't you agree?
He definitely did.
Yeah, especially now that I've seen her tonight. Um, that mystery woman in the photos looked an awful lot like Cassidy Jones.
It's true. Cassidy was my little hummingbird. And I miss the way that she would flap her wings so quickly to be with me.
Wow. Well, that's quite a bombshell.
It's just so hard to see her um dead, like dead. But ultimately, I just we were not the right match, and unfortunately
Mhm.
she had ended the relationship a few weeks ago. I know this is going to be very surprising to all of you, but um I have a lot of resentment and um bitterness for my past, and um I know it's surprising, but sometimes I focus on myself and my past way too much, and that was just really hard for her to handle. So we had to split, and ultimately I think it was the best choice. But I know her soul is flapping 1,000 times a second in heaven.
Wow, gosh, I'm so sorry, Chuck. I'm so sorry for bringing that up. That's some pretty all-star acting there. Because after a few months, I do seem to remember she kind of disappeared out of the tabloids, and you never saw her again. She just disappeared. Um, maybe she really did break up with you. But um, what exactly happened? Why did she mysteriously disappear like that?
Well, I don't know why she mysteriously disappeared. Like I
Mm.
said, our relationship ended because we just were not a match. She could not handle my personality, but I would never ever want to harm my hummingbird. I could never.
Mm.
She was too beautiful for that. I mean, I could not. I would not hurt anybody physically. Sometimes I'm not great emotionally, but physically, never.
Interesting. And God, I guess
I'm so sorry to just open this old wound for you, Chuck, but I guess what I'm just wondering is, why didn't you bring up your relationship with your little hummingbird earlier?
I mean, as you said, the tabloids are on me, and I thought we had went under the radar. I thought that, no one was able to figure out her identity, and we could keep it between us. And now that she had passed, I didn't want any news to be spread about it, where she couldn't be here to respond. But unfortunately, that obviously is no longer possible. So I was keeping my grief and my hurt inside.
Did you say you broke up a couple weeks ago?
Yes, we did. We did break up a few weeks ago. She
Wow,
broke up with
so
me.
so that wound must still be pretty fresh, pretty hurtful. Could you be angry enough at her and about, your broken relationship to maybe seek revenge on her?
I could never be angry with my little hummingbird. I know that she needed to spread her wings and fly to a new relationship that better suited her. And while it was hurtful and so sad to see her go, I knew that that was what she needed. And I could not feel that sense of anger towards her.
I mean, that's all just such an interesting development, you know? I guess we'll never know, what kind of anger and emotion is behind those sunglasses. I mean, the sunglasses, they can hide a lot.
Yeah, if I may, I did notice something as far as like what's been going on tonight. Uh, I noticed that if this was a whole game show where people are being eliminated one by one, being killed, uh, so far it's only been Cassidy, and I find that odd. It makes me think that that this is all probably some big cover up just to target Cassidy, rather than it's just being a whole um trying to get all of us. Uh, this seems very specifically targeted against Cassidy, so I'm I'm suspicious about the ones with a specific connection to Cassidy.
A few of
Just
us
trying to.
have connections. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, no one else has died, so no one else
Yet,
is in the chopping block.
look,
Who said yet?
we've gotten nowhere, guys, and I'm getting tired of being here with all of you. Some people more in particular I'm tired of. And why haven't we has anyone heard from the producer of this show who brought us all here?
No.
No, yeah, no.
Don't you find that a little odd that we haven't heard anything from him, this guy who's threatening us?
That's a good point.
It does make me nervous.
Hmm.
So, speaking of the producer, I have a question for Rex, actually. So, I've heard that you were once nominated for an Emmy. Congratulations. I'm sure that was such an honor. But that you didn't win because of Chuck Leonard, who you worked with before. I mean, we've all seen the rivalry tonight. We know you guys know each other. Admit it. So, I heard that he called your work juvenile and rudimentary, and that you lost the award because of the pull that Chuck has in the industry, because he's obviously so famous and everybody knows him. Could you be the producer, Rex? I mean, you're certainly qualified.
Um. Well, that's very interesting that you brought that up. Again, I don't know what the relevance is. I mean, yes. Um, what show did you work on, Chuck? That you supposedly won the Emmy for?
Better find Charlie.
So you also won for camera work for that show as well. Yeah.
I worked on the sequel for that one, so you know, as I got older, we needed another child to play
That's
Charlie.
right.
So I worked on the spin-off and won the Emmy for the spin-off.
Right. You won the Emmy for the spin-off. Best single camera cinematography.
Yes. No, not single camera. Single cameraman. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
In more ways than one, too.
Oh, nice.
Do not make a joke about my dead hummingbird. Thank you.
So, hey. Admittedly, I didn't realize that was you. But now I do remember. There's a bit of that arrogance that I remember. But I will say that that's been behind me. Like I said, I've been working on other award-winning stuff since then. And I've worked on other reality shows. So is that like Potched? I remember. And yeah, I mean, my career was perfectly fine. You didn't leave that much of an impact on me. And the other thing too is, if all of this was because I had it out for this guy, why would he still be around? If I was the killer, wouldn't he be the first to go? Because that doesn't make sense.
You wanted to make me suffer by killing my girlfriend first. Or my ex. I'm sorry. I'm still working through that myself. My ex. And then, so maybe I'm next.
Nah, I don't recall Cassidy at all. I have no beef with her, so I don't know what you're talking about there.
I will say, because clearly I know a lot about Rex and Chuck. I have heard that there was some beef between Chuck and a Jack Hamilton from Roommates. Did you work on that show?
I'm not sure if I have.
You should be sure.
Not so nice being in the hot seat now, are ya?
I just do not have any new material to go off of.
Maybe your hummingbird can flit over some divine inspiration to help jog your memory.
You're right.
And she
I have more to my question. So, this Jack Hamilton on the show that Chuck definitely worked on, by the way, he was on Roommates. And it was Chuck who was a cameraman, but he was getting into fights and creative differences with a cast member named Jack. And Jack was he was like the sexy shirtless one, you know? And the thing is, Kitty is super into Roommates. Do you know anything about this, Kitty?
Yeah, they were constantly getting into fights. Yes, it was crazy. There are cats on this island. I don't know where they're coming from. I saw a black one. There's this loud orange one. But yeah, so it was like really weird. Like suddenly, like the camera would just go down and like you hear noises of a fight. And so like, I knew from the tabloids, that yeah, Charles was getting into fights with Jack Hamilton. Like, and like Jack was my favorite character that season. I don't really like Honestly, it seemed like the drama was kind of manufactured, but it was really, really annoying. Like, you were so mean to Jack Hamilton.
Oh, who has violent tendencies now?
Yeah,
I
but
am
did
not
Chuck ever
afraid.
have a nail gun?
I'm not known to carry weapons. Um, and I am known to speak my mind. And while I know Jack was a great part of that show, um, he would not take my direction, um, and would not take my expertise in, and we just did not get along. Um, and it just it made that a hostile environment, you know? We needed to work together as a team, and he would not listen to me. And I mean, you guys know my experience. You should listen to me. And that's all I have to say about that.
Didn't Jack also date Cassidy?
Potentially, but I'm not 100% sure. We well, Cassidy and I dated, there was nobody else involved but me. We were hummingbirds, and we had no room for any other animals.
You were hummingbird too?
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense actually, because hummingbirds are, annoying. They flit around everywhere, up in everybody's face.
Look out, hummingbird. There's some cats on the loose.
Speaking of flittering around everywhere, since I am in Hollywood, I tend to pick up on things. And, there was a few years ago where the show Parched, they were looking for new locations to film. You know, they'd been through so much, they wanted to find something new. Looking around. And, Drew Martin, already a scout for Hollywood locations, obviously. You were in the running, weren't you? And you know, it would have been such a big job for you, and it's a big payout, isn't it? But I heard that the owner decided to um give the job away to a real estate mogul, and then you've been pretty bitter. And funny enough, the owner of Parch just happens to be Cassidy's father. And you
Listen,
would have been pretty pissed off that he would have given the part to her and not to you. So wouldn't that be a reason for murder?
listen, I don't like what you're implying here, single gal. Bitter is a pretty, I'm not sure where you got the word bitter from. Um, they got it because it was given to a larger real estate company. That's a pretty outrageous accusation. Um, as we have established, I had nothing to do about what is going on here tonight. And you know what? I bet you didn't hear about this. I didn't even know that Cassidy's father was the owner of the show. I had no, or the, yeah, owner of the show. So I I had no idea about the connection. Therefore, I had no motive to kill anybody here tonight. So, that accusation is quite frankly outrageous.
It's not outrageous.
I would disagree. I think maybe you're calling me bitter because you're the bitter one, in fact. So, really you have no case against me.
Yet. It's pretty stacking up pretty well with violent tendencies.
Listen, we've established I do not have violent tendencies. I would not hurt a fly. I am chill and cool and fun.
Arnold, I'm gonna kick your butt in a second.
You guys, we've been here for hours and we are nowhere closer to solving the mystery. While I was away, I did go check the body. She's definitely dead, so we don't have to worry about that. Definitely dead.
Because
So
you
I
killed
did
her?
a little bit of investigating, dug through your bags, and um, Megan, you have a little bit of a secret. Seems like Cassidy was blackmailing you. You wanna share with the class on that one?
Okay. I was really hoping that it wouldn't come to this, but it's true. Cassidy has been blackmailing me, honestly, for a while now. So we grew up together in the Girl Scouts, and we were both so good at all the outdoor stuff, but I was definitely more in the, you know, I cared more about camping as opposed to the running, biking, swimming. Long story short, we both entered into a competition, a race, a triathlon. There was a lot of prize money, and I won. I did, but I cheated, and I won $50,000.
But at what cost?
But I basically don't have any of it left. Cassidy has been blackmailing me for years and years. I refused to own up to it. I couldn't. Um, so she's been leaking this money from me. She has been sucking me dry of all of this money, and I basically have nothing left. She's taken almost everything from me. However, I know this looks really, really bad, but I really didn't have anything to do with it. I honestly was hoping we'd be able to reconnect and be friends again. Clearly, that's not going to happen anymore, but
I mean, it sounds
that,
like you were
that
running
is
out
what
of money. Does that mean that she was running out of time?
out of time. She had all the control. She's been taking everything from me.
I mean, somebody killed her.
You're right, someone did. It was not me though. I always just wanted to be your friend. I know it's tragic. One of you took that from me.
You know, speaking of tragic, hey Arnold, pretty cool guy, pretty cool customer. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I know
You know,
so.
I was trying to think of where I've heard your name before. I think I've heard your name in the news before.
You've probably heard it several times. I win quite a lot.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
actually, I don't think that's it. I think I might have heard it because you've gotten yourself into some pretty significant legal trouble a few years ago.
Oh
For
yeah.
oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, running an extensive cheating scam.
A cheating
Yeah.
scam?
Yeah, I seem to remember. I think the article stated that you would hire random people and random actors, you might say, to hover around in the background at casinos. And you would make them, oh, oh, that's right. They would stand behind players at card tables and they would give you subtle winks and give you like little nods to let you know what hands the other players had, right? Sound familiar at all?
Yeah. All right. Listen, I may say that I left Vegas voluntarily, that I got bored of the competition, but yeah, I did get caught. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Mm.
If you got it, flaunt it. I'm not the only cheater here. Clearly, Girl Scout cheated on her triathlon, won $50,000. Yeah, so I had a cushy little ring going on, but
Mm.
I got caught. Yeah,
Yeah.
someone sold
Mm.
me out.
Well, at least you did own up to the fact that you were busted. As were your associates. They got off on, much lesser charges than you did, though.
Well, I got a good
And
lawyer, so
mm, and I seem to remember, I even read a story in the news that, oh, it was actually one of your associates. that sold you out. And you know that name is coming back to me. That associate's name was Cassidy Jones.
Cassidy Jones is a pretty common name.
Hmm. Yeah, well, you know
That name.
the specific Cassidy that was your associate, she worked for you on the side, but she was actually a journalist looking to break the story open. And you offered her a large she was offered a large sum of money to reveal what she knew. So, you know, of course she took the deal because who wouldn't? Um Man, I just that, you know, I'm so sorry, Arnold. That would make me so angry. Like, if I was you, I think I would be angry enough to get revenge on her, don't you think?
Revenge. That's rich. Yeah, I was mad at Cassidy. All right, who wouldn't be? She sold me out. My little my little plans and schemes were foiled, but I have to respect the hustle. Someone made her an offer she couldn't refuse, and she couldn't refuse. So yeah, I was mad at her, but I would have done the same thing if the roles were reversed. Like I said, don't hate the player, hate the game. Hashtag
Yeah.
don't hate the player, hate the game.
And that game certainly did not make you rich.
I'm rich in experience. Thank you very much.
So Cassidy was basically loaded then, is what I'm learning tonight.
I think that some other people might have some things to add to that.
Does anyone have anything further to add? Now on.
Hey, hang on, we gotta listen to the island first.
Ah, bloody hell. You know, I admit it's gonna sound bad, and it is. Um, I was looking over at the body to see if there's anything you guys missed, and I did find evidence that I think would be very, very relevant to you guys. Um, I found this check near her body, and it says here that it's from Cassidy Jones for the order of $12,000. And according to the memo, it's quote for you know what. And according to the check, it is paid to the order of Taylor Fox. Now, I don't know exactly what the $12,000 is for, but apparently Cassidy find it interesting to pay $12,000 by check to Taylor Fox.
Okay, so I may have been blackmailing her just like a little bit. Just a little bit of blackmail, but in my defense, we just found out she was blackmailing too. So, does it equal out, you know? Just a little bit of blackmail. Um cuz so she remember that movie from before with the other person who may not have stayed alive for the whole gig? Um So she kind of wanted to make it look like I did it. Um and so I didn't love that. So while she was working alongside me, um She was actually the one that attached the harness, and I was the only one that knew that. But people wanted to believe her because she was all like sweet and lovable, and I'm like known as some sort of like catty monster, I guess. So just a little bit of blackmail. It's fine. Um, so I was blackmailing her because she was the one that did the harness and everything. She like begged me not to, and she was trying to get out of it. Um, she's kind of loaded, and I just kind of found out why because she's blackmailing too. So
$12,000 isn't a little bit,
it's,
I
I
think.
mean, it's 12,000 is a little bit compared to 50,000. I could have milked a little bit more out of there.
And you're
But
not going to
What
get
you
that money
right.
now. That money's going to be
Well,
tied up in her estate and escrow.
exactly, dead people don't pay bills. Why would I kill her?
Dead people don't pay blackmail.
So just the other day, I told Cassidy to like forget everything. She was still worried that I was gonna like go to the police or whatever. Um, but she was like, I'll pay you, whatever. So I guess that's why she brought the big check in tonight to pay me off. But I decided to stop the so-called blackmail because I felt sorry for her. I told her recently that I was not the only person blackmailing her. Or she told me that I wasn't the only person blackmailing her. She told me this story. Many years earlier, Cassidy had been running in a park when she spotted what appeared to be a dead body. Always double check, you guys. Always double check on those dead bodies. Afraid of getting involved in whatever had happened there, and more afraid of being thought of as the murderer, she didn't report it. I kind of don't blame her. People don't really believe you when you say you didn't kill somebody, as we're all finding out here tonight. So, a few days later, the discovery of the body by someone else was top news. She always felt guilty that she was an accessory to the crime because she didn't report it. She didn't know how someone had found out about it, but she began receiving threatening notes demanding more blackmail money. It wasn't me. Totally swear. She paid for a while when she had jobs and could afford it, but soon she was struggling to get craft service jobs and was falling behind in her payments. She got fed up and wrote a nasty note back to the blackmailer, telling them to do their worst. She firmly believed that the blackmailer, whoever it was all talk. I felt bad for her because of that, but I also kind of had something in common with her. I didn't mention it before this because I didn't think it was relevant to the situation here. But with all this happening, that ties each person, all the ties that each person has to this room with another person, you're wondering if maybe it's relevant. I'm wondering if maybe it's relevant now. Because of my physical fitness and day job as a stunt worker, I've been able to maneuver into some tight places. And I'm good at quick getaways and slipping in and out of buildings without being noticed. It kind of started off as a dare, and then it kind of evolved into repeated breaking and entering. Who doesn't love a good B&E? Um, and then it started into thefts, sticky fingers, can't really blame me. And then, you steal a little, you steal a lot. Who's to blame you in this economy, right? Plus, the adrenaline was totally fire. Um, but I loved what my favorite was the large pieces of art from museums or hot wiring cars and hitting the open road. But eventually, the cops started to catch on, and that was when I received the first note. Someone kind of knew about all the crimes and was threatening to turn me into the police. Um, so I paid the blackmail and it just kept getting more and more expensive. And finally, I just told them to back off and left a note for him at the drop off location. instead of the envelope. So I don't know. This is all just too much. It's too much drama. I get why you guys would totally suspect this. Like, it's totally, I don't know. It's just, I confess to a lot. None of us are innocent. Whatever. I'm just gonna check out.
You know, I'm feeling pretty innocent right now, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm innocent too. Like,
Yeah, I'm innocent.
I haven't done any crime.
I know
I
someone who's not innocent of something.
Tell us.
Um, I remember. So I like to keep up with Hollywood news. I remember a few years ago, I was all up in the drama about this actor. His name was Sidney Swan. And he got into a love triangle with two ladies, apparently, that he worked with on set of a movie. One was a craft service worker, and one was a hairstylist. These two ladies' names were Cassidy and Haley. And apparently he picked to be with Cassidy and left Haley out to dry. Do you have anything to say about this, Haley?
So we were in a love triangle, and he chose Cassidy over me. So I went through a really rough time because that was heartbreaking for me to basically be snubbed by somebody you really care about. So I was very heartbroken for a long time, and I left or took a step back, I should say, from working in films, and did started to work from my house in LA and set up my own private salon after a time after I could get through it. Yeah, it sucked. I was very heartbroken and hurt that this happened. But you know what? Any man who decides not to choose me is not worth my time. So I tried to put all that behind me, and then seeing Cassidy again really brought that back up. So yeah, it hurts, but I did not kill her.
Did it bring it back up enough to take out your anger?
No, I did not kill Cassidy.
I'm not
And
gonna.
I didn't want anybody to know about this because obviously you accused me of killing her.
Yeah.
And I didn't kill her.
Yeah, so that's all well and good and all, but I just realized something. So Cassidy, right, she sold me out and all that. But before I even knew her, I knew the name Cassidy Jones because as we've established, um, hold on, it's here somewhere. Hashtag Cassidy is a Nepo baby. She's named after her father, who is also named Cassidy Jones. And the reason I know his name is because I see it at the end credits as creator executive producer of Ultimate American Warrior, Roommates, Parched. Shall I continue? No, I don't need to. I think you get the point. So it's funny. I heard this rumor, Chuck, that when you first met your little hummingbird, that you found out that her father was also Cassidy Jones, and that, you know, Hummingbird was tired of you asking her to introduce you to Cassidy Sr. And, earlier during all that sob story, whatever was going on, I went back and to Cassie's body to search her pockets because everybody else seems to be doing that. So I figured No, now it's my turn. Uh, and I found this in her pocket. Someone actually had to look for clues. It seems like y'all wanted to just snoop. I'm looking for clues to see who actually killed her. So I found this note in her pocket, and this is what it says. Talk to Chuck the next time I see him. I have to know what his intentions really were. So, my question for you, Chuck, what are those intentions? What were they? Were you just trying to get closer to Daddy so you could get that next cameraman gig on the next hit reality show?
Sorry, this is just so painful. So, I will admit that at first, I'm a very career-driven individual who has a lot of passion in the artwork that is filmmaking and acting, and you know since it's been just a long time since I've gotten an acting role, I really needed to figure out what to do next. So I will admit that at first it was about getting closer to Cassidy Jones, um, senior, and but then I really got to know Cassidy herself, um, and our love blossomed like more than I ever could have imagined, and it really changed into something else. And now that all of you have desecrated her body, I think that we should take a moment to have a quick moment to remember her and send her up. So I would like to sing just a quick little song to really show my love for her as my hummingbird. I'm like a bird, I'm gonna fly away. I don't know where my home is. That was the song that we used to sing together all the time. And I just miss her so much. And it just hurts that she broke up with me, but I would never, ever hurt my hummingbird. Ever. Even even though I and she just wouldn't listen to me when I tried to explain to her my intentions after I found out that I loved her. I know it started off badly, and I regret that, but she would never listen to me when I tried to explain why I really loved her. And I will always love her.
But you admit that at first you were trying to get through her to get to her dad to get back into the TV gig.
Yes.
Couldn't handle being behind the camera as much as well as I could ya? Little movie star.
I just miss my hummingbird.
Ooh, better call Paul Hogan. You might have got some crocodile tears there. Crocodile Dundee.
And you know what? Now that you found that note, I've just been thinking maybe she was going to forgive me. If she wanted to talk to me about my intentions, maybe she was going to forgive me. And what if you took her from me?
Me? What if I took her from you?
Any one of you. But maybe you. You're the one that found that weird note. Who writes them a post-it note for themselves? That's weird.
Maybe she
You were
was gonna.
just saying that she might have done it to try to remember to forgive you.
Yeah, and the stress of a reality show is probably enough to make you forget some things. You telling me you've never written a to-do list?
I usually use my Palm Pilot.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Fancy.
As great
Well,
as it has been,
1995 called. They want it back.
Fancy.
you know, sorry to interrupt, but as great as it has been, slumming it with all you contestants, that stunt double girl's been she's been gone for a while. So, um, I would much rather be literally anywhere else than quarreling with you guys. So I'm gonna go check on her.
All right, Miss Nelligan.
Man, when do you think we're gonna hear from the producer again?
I don't know. Speaking.
You guys, stunt double girl. I found she was poisoned. I found her body.
She's
And
dead?
She's
I
dead.
found this note with her.
What?
Okay, so here's what the letter says. The note was next to her body. It says, Do you think that Cassidy's would be the only one to fall tonight? If so, you are horribly mistaken. You took far too long to solve Cassidy's murder, and by failing at your one and only task, caused the death of another one of your companions. But all is not lost. You can still save your own skin and leave Dread Island. Just follow the death of your two companions, and you can leave. But there can only be one winner. Be the one to solve the mystery, and report it to the cameras, and you can leave. But your remaining companions won't be so lucky. Dread Island has a dark history, and the land demands blood. Will it be yours? And this is signed the producer.
Okay. Okay, so
Is this a
that
joke?
throws the just killing Cassidy theory out of the water. So I was just about to say, um, before I found out she got murdered, um, I thought it was interesting that she mentioned the possibility of this check being written uh before she arrived here. How could Cassidy know that Taylor was going to be here if she wrote the check ahead of time? I d- is anyone going to talk? You guys are the contestants. I'm I'm just a bloody cameraman. Go
I don't
on,
wanna
then
do
solve
next.
it, please.
We have to figure this out.
So, back in I've noticed that everyone here had something to do with Cassidy. And a lot of folks have mentioned blackmail. Now, it appears that let's see. Just an aside, I have to read for Lily. It appears that our prima ballerina was also involved in blackmail, but she was taken by the mist. So, back in her home country of Russia, she had the chance to come to America to become a prima ballerina, but got mixed up in some messy business, and the government didn't want her to leave because she was involved in some trouble. So she was one of their best dancers, but they refused to pay as much as she was being offered in America. So she left Russia in secret and did it illegally. And she's been dodging the law and using fake papers to ensure that she's not sent back to Russia. But somehow her secret got out. And she suspects that an unsavory character at her favorite blackjack table may have outed her. But she's been blackmailed for years. And she has no idea who is doing it. But with the acclaim that she's acquired here in America, she received this kind invitation to be in a prestigious ballet company. And she was going to be able to return to Russia to be their principal dancer. So she decided to stop paying the blackmail and simply go home. But just as she was about to head back, the invitation to audition to Pointed Toes came, and she decided to have one last hurrah in America. That's pretty interesting, isn't it?
So you're saying after she stopped taking part in the blackmail, she got an invitation to audition for the show. Oh, goodness. I haven't been completely honest with you hooligans tonight. I can't help but think maybe I also have been blackmailed. And look, I'm not a bad person, I swear, but somebody was blackmailing me really bad, and they wanted 10% of money that I may have earned a little not in the most honest way. Oh gosh, okay. All right, so look, and I'm not a bad person, I swear. I've gotten too caught up in just the name of the money game. So basically, if you guys aren't experts on real estate like I am, and if you don't know, when people pay their money checks to the mortgage company during the house buying process, they pay that money in good faith that I have their best interest in mind. And I do have their best interest in mind, but I got started, and once I got started, I couldn't stop. I like to steal the checks, and I erase the amount written on them, and I cash them for much more than they were originally worth. So then by doing this, I make myself thousands of dollars, which is enough to keep me going at the card tables when I vacation in Vegas. And so, with all the digital deposits that we do now, the banks always take the blame for it, and they refund their patrons for the fraud. And so, therefore, everybody wins. Like, they get their refund, and I get away with it. And somebody found out what I was doing. They threatened to expose me and my name and my entire real estate woodworking brand. Unless I gave them 10% of all of my checks. And so eventually, when I got tired of it, I cut them off and I stopped. And it wasn't long after that, I got this invitation to audition to be on Reality Estate. So I can't help but think that's a coincidence.
Okay, well,
I'm not a bad person. Don't look at me like that. You would do it too if you could. If you could do it and not get caught, you would do it too.
I'm not
Well,
judging
since
you
we're all
because
just sorry.
oh no. Um, I'll take this floor because obviously everyone wants to hear from me first. I just your story reminded me of something similar that I've been going through almost my whole life, and dealing with blackmail. And back when the being a child star is so hard. So you make friends with fellow child actors, and you guys really get through it together. And I had a a friend, Felicity Foxhart, and you guys may know that name because she died tragically by suicide when we were teenagers, and it was really, really, really hard for me to get through. She was my friend. She was the person that we would talk about the verbal abuse and long work hours with Paul that he put us through, and it was just she was my rock. And that night, we were 15, and she asked me to buy her some painkillers, just Tylenol, nothing, nothing. And I bought her that bottle of painkillers, and that was the night that she ended her own life. And I have held this guilt forever that I was the one that caused her to end, and I was the one that caused her to, and I contributed to that, and I was um for years just racked with this guilt of dealing with this. And um you know I've started getting the letters and the blackmail of somebody who knew about this, and I would pay them off. But I know I seem like I'm really famous and in the limelight, but I have not booked an acting gig in years, and I'm out of money. you know I'm out of money. And so I just decided, I'll take the scandal and I'll stop paying. If this person's going to tell my secret, then I'll explain just like I did to you guys, and finally let out the truth. So I um just stopped paying, and then I got this offer to be a cameraman for this show, and I was like, finally someone can see my work, and I can make money. And I had no idea that this is what was going to turn into. So it seems like you also stopped paying right at the same amount of same time that I did, Drew, and that's just, I don't know, it's a very weird coincidence.
I wonder if
I
he has
also
the same
oh,
blackmailer.
that makes sense to me because I didn't mention it earlier, but I've not only was being blackmailed by Cassidy, but I was being blackmailed by someone else that I don't know. Long story short, I led an excursion into the Arctic tundra, as one does after graduating from the Girl Scouts, and one of the people on my excursion was attacked by a bear, a full-on bear attack, and I should have
Yellow
stayed.
Jackets? Was Yellow Jackets based off of your story?
I am not at liberty to speak on that. I'm sorry. But someone was attacked by a bear, and I went against what I was supposed to, and I ran. I ran. Um, Luckily, that person was okay. They were gonna sue, but we settled out of court. Ended up not being a big deal, I thought. Um, but even though it was supposed to like stay under wraps, it slipped out, and I got blackmail letters again from someone I don't know. I had already had all my money leaked out from Cassidy, and I didn't have anything left, so I stopped paying as well. And around that time is when I got asked to be at audition for Parched. Something is up.
So I have a similar story. So a few years ago, I spent a few days in jail because I was stalking Jack Hamilton when he was at his favorite gambling spot in town, and he got a restraining order, and I broke the restraining order, and then I was in jail for a few days, which I thought, I stopped trying to go see him. I thought I put it behind me, but then someone found out and they started sending me like notes and messages asking me to pick up these packages at a specific mailbox at the post office, and then I would take the packages to a local pawn shop. The owner took them back to the back room, and then he'd come out with cash. And I got to keep 10% of the cash, but the rest of the cash I had to mail to like somewhere in New York City. I looked it up on Google Maps, and it looked like it was just a regular office building. I was really worried that my parents would find out about being in jail, and I really did not want them to know. So I kept, taking these packages to the pawn shop, mailing the cash, but then, I figured out that the packages were probably stolen goods or worse. And I decided that disappointing my parents was better than being a mule for a criminal. So I stopped following the notes. I stopped picking up the packages, and then I got an invitation for this reality show.
So, I also was being blackmailed. Um, so my whole thing is my dad back in the 1990s, my dad got mixed up in some really bad stuff with a New York based mob. And none of me, my mom, and my siblings were not involved. But we had to flee, and we fled to the West Coast and changed our last name to Morgan to live out a new life. Um, mm, my birth name is actually Mary Diaz, and I I just wanted a new life, and I am really invested in this new life, and I really don't want anything to jeopardize that or put my family in danger again. I don't want to go through that. I often wear wigs and other disguises to make myself look different, and then I started getting blackmailed, threatening to expose me and my family's location and our new identities, both to the public and to the mob. And my dad got mixed up in. And so I had to pay to protect my family. And I've been doing it for years. And then I was visiting one of my favorite casinos where I would sometimes play table games, and I learned that the mobster who had been threatening my father was dead, and his gang was they're gone. And I finally felt safe, and my family finally felt safe, and so I stopped paying the blackmail. And then right after that is when I got the letter to be on Single Ladies, and I felt that finally a bit of good luck to be on this reality show. And here we are.
It's funny you talking about the the mobster that your dad got mixed up in reminded me of something. I guess it's time I should probably show my cards. As a professional poker player, I'm very good at keeping things close to the chest. But a while back, I was at my favorite casino. I had just won a lot of money, and I was going back to the elevator to go back to my room, and I get off, and I look across at the other elevator, and I see the doors are closing, and in the elevator it looks like there's a guy being like manhandled in the elevator. And at first I thought, oh, maybe he's drunk and he's getting like escorted back to his room, or he's being belligerent or whatever. I just shrugged it off, and I went back to my room because I was very tired after winning a lot of money. But after I was trying to fall asleep, it just really started to eat at me that like that guy could have been like kidnapped. It kind of looked like he was getting abducted, and I didn't even try to help. Like bystander effect be damned. I just assumed that if he needed help, someone else would help him. But I then remembered that the elevator I saw it was going up, and the only floor above mine was the penthouse. And normally I like to try and stay in the penthouse, but it was booked, so I had to stay on the floor below. But I was like, you know what, Arnold, this is the time for you to rectify what you didn't do. And I decided I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to check on the guy to make sure that he's okay. If I need to, call an ambulance because he's hurt or whatever, like, I just want to make sure he's okay. And I get up to the penthouse and the door was wide open, which is odd because nobody leaves their door wide open, especially not in a hotel. So I put on a brave face and I decided to go in just to make sure the guy was all right. Maybe he just left the door open and he passed out on the bed. But when I walked in, there's nobody in there, and the room was like trashed. You hear about like rock stars trashing their hotel rooms. It was like that. Like the furniture was strewn all about the place. The mini bar was broken, like the fridge was wide open and like on its side, and the lamps were busted. And then I noticed him slumped in the corner. It was the guy that was being manhandled in the elevator. And so I ran over to him and I knelt next to him and I checked his pulse because it didn't look like he was breathing. And I wanted to make sure, I thought, maybe he's just really deeply asleep and he breathes really shallow. But there was no pulse. And I was about to take out my phone to call 911 and I heard footsteps, like someone was coming towards the room from the penthouse elevator. And I thought that it was the attacker coming back to make sure that he had finished the job, so I ran and I went back down the stairs instead of taking the elevator back to my room. That night I couldn't stomach to stay in the hotel anymore, so I checked out and I left and I went as far away as I could. So naturally I went out of the country to go play in a different poker tournament. Um, and I later discovered that the guy that, rented out the penthouse was used by this like gambling lord who often killed people who couldn't pay him back, like to settle debts. And I became so afraid that the cops would think that I killed the guy because I wanted to get back at him, like maybe I owed him money or something. And the fear grew even more when I started to get threatening notes saying that, I had to pay blackmail money or else someone else would reveal that I was in the penthouse that night. So, out of fear, naturally, I began paying immediately.
Did you ever stop paying?
I said I started paying immediately.
And you're still paying to this day?
It's a very sensitive subject. I'd like to not talk about it. I'd like to not talk about my finances after all the trouble that I've been through.
Hey, what are you guys looking at me for? You guys are the contestants, not me. I'm just crew. I All right. Yeah, I'll come out and say it. I've been a part of blackmail too. Yeah. So basically, I was being So here's how it happened. After after I left Melbourne to the US, I was with my dad. But this was back when I was a teenager. I just graduated, and I was a pretty reckless kid. Uh, I drove really nice cars, really fancy cars. I was fast. Fast. I was a speed demon. I was like Mad Max, you know. Uh, However, I also got into the wrong crowd. Uh, I gambled, not the fun kind of gambling like Arnie does. And I got wrecked up in some debt and trying to pay it off by stealing and selling car parts. You know, like Mad Max. uh, I was caught. I did jail time. 3 months. Uh, I told my dad that I went back to Melbourne during that time to spend some time with Mum. Dad and Mum never talked to each other, so he was able to buy it. Not able to ask. He didn't ask questions. Didn't know any better. Didn't know the wiser. Was able to keep that secret with me. Uh, and I kept it because I knew that if he found out, he could be so disappointed. You don't know what kind of a father he was. He would have disowned me completely. I wouldn't have access to his wealth anymore. Or worse, the news might kill him. He's an old man. He's got weak heart problems. I don't know what would have happened. Uh, but you know, I was fine. Uh, but I got notes. I got notes asking for a lot of money in exchange for silence to keep my debt out of the loop. And so I paid again and again and again every month. I I did what I could to keep them happy. I don't know if it was Cassidy. I don't know if it was someone else. Whoever it was, I did not want to disappoint. I needed to do whatever it takes to make it sure that it was done. Uh, I took up this job as a cameraman. Seemed like it paid well. Just be able to hold me off for a little bit longer. And I figured that taking this job would be the magic that I needed to make it happen. To just hold off a bit longer. So, there you have it. It's my confession. Everybody said their piece.
So, everyone in this room has been blackmailed. And everyone has a pretty similar story, but one blackmail story stood out. I think probably to all of us. So to the folks at home watching this reality TV show, have you noticed whose blackmail story was different? Do you have a guess of who the killer is? Definitely let us know in chat if you have any guesses. 'Cause We're about to enter chapter 9, the conclusion. Oh my gosh. No, Potato Parts, it was not you. You were the victim.
Wait. Something isn't right. When everyone gave us their blackmail stories, which we were all blackmailed, one story was off. Clearly, this blackmailer created this whole Murder Most Foul reality show to get revenge on all of us who didn't pay up. But if he was going to play along as one of his own victims, he should have paid a little more attention to detail. When each of us told our stories just now, we all mentioned one, how we stopped paying the blackmailer at some point, and two, that we received our invitation to be on a reality TV show right after. Only one person's testimony was missing these things. Arnold. Arnold ended his testimony by stating that he paid the blackmailer, but never that he stopped paying, or that he immediately got an invitation to read him and weep, or whatever that stupid show he said was. Of course, this could have just been an oversight. Maybe he didn't just tell the story completely. But then I really began to think about it. Sure, tonight he told a story about getting busted for a cheating scam, and Cassidy was involved, which made him sound like a suspect. But for the most part tonight, Arnold did his best to direct suspicion away from himself. Most of the time when he spoke, he was either accusing someone else of something or telling the story of Dread Island and its curse. He wanted us all to believe that the murders that happened here tonight were inevitable because of this island's bloody history. Then I began to wonder who would have the means to cook up this kind of revenge on people who owed him money. I mean, we were each flown individually to this private island. Who has that kind of money and power? Sure, Arnold fed us a story about being blackmailed, but it was just a cover. He's a self declared gambler, not an actor or involved in any area of show business like the rest of us. He might have gotten a slap on the wrist after running a cheating scam, but a gambler takes chances. And if he's clever, which he clearly is, he's willing to take all the risks he need until he succeeds. You win some, you lose some. And if you had to hazard a guess, you would say that Arnold wins more than he loses. And I would know. I got a badge in lie detection. I am certain that Arnold is more than just a casual gambler. He is more than just an enthusiast. He is a kingpin. He is wealthy enough to own this island, blackmail anyone he can find dirt on. But that raises the question, how did he find dirt on each of the people here tonight? I think I have the answer to that as well. Each one of us mentioned in our blackmail story that we either had gambling debts or frequently visit a casino. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that he has spies throughout each casino that he controls, and he listens for gossip, for dirt, for something that he can use to extort money. I'm right, aren't I, Arnold? Have I beaten your game? Have I found the murderer? You are going to take us out one by one for not playing your game anymore, for refusing to pay your blackmail. But it's over now. You lose. We get to live. We get to walk away from Dread Island.
Great job. If I know one thing more than I know about gambling, and I know a lot about gambling. It's gamblers. And each of you are gamblers. Gamblers are ashamed of their own habits. So they don't talk about their time in the darkest dens and the seediest casinos. They don't talk about their debts or about how much they've lost. The reason why Las Vegas' motto is "what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas" is because of how much gamblers are ashamed of being gamblers. Just as I expected, none of you talked tonight about your gambling debts, your addiction to the cards, or the fact that you might just be your own worst enemy. In fact, was to lure you here. My entire plan to lure you here tonight was built upon the knowledge that none of you would be brave enough to offer up the correct solution, that your gambling debts and habits led you to your doom. Each one of you had fallen in with my associates, borrowing more money than you could imagine, paying it back too slowly or not at all. Most of you even thought that you could evade your creditors, but what you don't know was I was behind it all. None of you ever even met me, and you certainly didn't know that I ran Blind Bluff, the underground gambling syndicate. When you became my more troublesome clients, I decided to ask my associates to listen in on your conversations, to do some research for me, and to find out about your pasts. If you weren't going to pay your debts one way, I would find another way to empty your pockets. Things were going well as long as you paid in full each time I required payment, but then, one by one, each of you decided that you wanted independence from your mysterious blackmailer, and you stopped paying. That was when I devised a little game for each of us to play. You fell for the bait entirely, of course. You all wanted your 15 minutes of fame and your chance to make it big in the industry, or to find a man, or to be, on your favorite TV show, or to become a model, or to get your missing merit badges, or whatever it is you want. Who knew it could be so easy to lure a group of strangers to an island where they could be murdered? I killed Cassidy easily before any of you even saw her here this evening. She knew many of you, and she already recognized me from when we worked together briefly in my admittedly ill-fated cheating ring. So I knew she
You
had to
killed
go
my
first.
hummingbird!
Quiet, sunglasses, I'm not done. So I knew she had to go first. I killed her before any of you even realized what was going on. Then, oh wait, it gets better. Then, I wanted to see how you would solve her murder, and if you would draw the correct conclusion about why you were all here tonight. After hours of debating about Cassidy's killer, I got annoyed with your stupidity, and I knew I had to raise the stakes again. That was when Taylor died, after I poisoned her drink. So now all of you know the truth. In a way, each of you helped to pay for the opulence you see around you tonight. You and the hundreds of others who have died here on Dread Island after refusing to pay their debt to me. I had hoped you wouldn't realize I was the killer until I had taken a few more of you out, but since the jig is up now, I suppose that I will continue hunting each one of you one by one for my own enjoyment. After all, you have nowhere to go, and no way off this island.
Hey, do you hear that helicopter approaching?
What? A helicopter? That isn't one of mine. What is it doing here?
Is it a hummingbird?
That's a helicopter. We've been saved.
Oh, it's coming to
Do you
save
think it
us.
has? Do you think it has anything to do with this tracking device the police put on my wrist yesterday? I got in trouble for stalking Jack Hamilton again.
Yeah, I think that's probably got something to do with it.
Yay.
And scene.
We're free.
Oh my god, well that was Murder Most Foul. Thank you all for being part of this. You guys were all absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for
It was
having
so
me.
fun.
Wait, did anyone I know Sweet potatoes, you appeared to have like sussed things out. Did anybody guess that Arnold was the killer? Did anybody in the cast guess?
No. Honestly, honestly, at some point, I did think of the possibility of what if Cassidy isn't actually dead and she's the one who arranged all of this so that once we did all of our confessions, that was the show. And it's like, hey, they all confessed to what they were doing, and that's the show. And we were made fools by her. I did think of that, but then Taylor died, and I was like, is she too? I don't know.
Wait, but Hunter, you like clocked that somebody else hadn't died yet in like chapter 5? Or no, in chapter 6, I think it was. You were like, well, nobody else has died. And I sent a quick text to my sister who's watching right now. She's the one who wrote this. And I was like, oh my God, he doesn't even know that somebody's about to die.
No, that was beautiful. It was like the rest of us are still alive, and that then it was time to like shortly after someone else dies, and it's like, oh, that's just beautiful. This is awesome.
But Kathyrn and Bud, you both raised your hands. Did you guess that it was Arnold?
For me, so I took notes on when people started to be blackmailed, and I even asked Bud if he stopped paying or not, because I did pick up on the fact that everyone else had stopped and he hadn't. And also, I failed because I forgot to read this part of my notes, but about how everyone was at a casino as part of their like their storytelling, which I forgot to read that part of mine, but that
I think you said
I
that.
Oh,
thought
you
it
read
was
it.
Taylor till she died. I did. Okay, good.
You did read that
You
because
read
I
that
was
part.
confused because mine had nothing to do with the casino. I don't unless I skipped something.
Well, the idea was like either casinos or gambling.
Who did I gamble with? Am I just?
I think your character was
gambled with your
pretty.
heart.
You were pretty innocent. As Chuck. Chuck was pretty innocent, if I recall.
Yes.
Funny that the most
Gambled
annoying
your
one
heart.
was the most innocent. which by the way, I love that banner. That banner was fun.
No, it was really fun. Yes.
Oh, loved it.
So, yeah, well, obviously, I had when Susie sent out the email for chapter 9, it was like, say this after Meg accuses you. But when they started confessing, at first I thought everybody was told don't say you got invited to the show and that you stopped paying the blackmail. I was like, oh, that's okay. Or maybe some of us will be lying about that. But once they, like, the third person went and it mentioned a casino, I was like, oh, is it me? Did I do it? Did I do this? Because, yeah, and at some point, the things that I was asking about knowing Cassidy, but then not knowing Cassidy, but knowing her father, even though she was the one who, like, ratted me out, like, stuff started to not really add up. But I didn't fully believe that it was me until Kathyrn asked, so did you stop paying the blackmail? And then I realized, oh, everybody else did.
Also, shout out to Maggie for just blindly trusting me when I said, I need you to wear a silver bracelet. Don't ask why. And she went out today and bought one.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
It's still got the I forgot to cut this off. So or I
Tracking
yeah.
part.
The tracking device.
It's so funny. Oh, that's awesome. Did anybody like come up with like elements of their character that Susie didn't explicitly give you?
Oh, Hummingbird was not in there anywhere
I
in there. I
love
just
that.
made that up.
I love that.
I will say, Andrew, I was talking to my sister who wrote this, and she was like, "I'm so mad I didn't write that first."
It's awesome. Yeah, and just so you guys know, my character was not written to be Australian. I so basically what I did was I was like, okay, my guy's a cinematog want to be cinematographer. It's like, okay, and I don't know why I this was my train of thought. I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at the American Society of Cinematographers, figure out who that is, and then base my origin story around them. And it turns out the president is this Australian woman. And I was like, oh, well, I'm committing to this.
I forgot for a minute you weren't from Australia.
Literally,
In
so
real life.
he sent me his video, and I was like, I've never actually talked to you, and I was like, are you actually Australian, or like, do I just like not know you well at all? And he was like, no, I'm not from Australia.
No. And I know one of our one of our Clue crew members is from Australia. It's her opinion that matters the most. Like, if I butchered it, I am so sorry. Um, if I butchered it, hopefully I butchered it less than most Americans would. So, well, maybe.
And
Hopefully,
Pius, your
fingers
Russian
crossed.
accent was awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, can I bring you back? Hold on. I didn't realize you were still there.
The vodka thing is something Susie and I came up with this afternoon. Because I said I was tired, and she was like, "Well, you're Russian. You could be drinking vodka for all anyone cares." And I was like, I have a giant bottle of vodka that I could dump out and refill with water. So I mean, this is water. This is not vodka, obviously.
Right.
I have drunk a whole lot of that. That would be.
I was wondering. I'm like, that's awfully excessive, Pius.
Was the stepping away to leave like part of your character, or did you just have like things to take care of?
No, two of my children are decided tonight was the night to get the stomach flu. So I have been dealing with that.
I'm sorry. I hope they feel better soon.
Thank you. My oldest had it on Monday, and it was like a 24-hour thing. So I'm really hoping that this is the same, but we thought it had passed everyone else over cuz nobody else had gotten sick, and nope. No, just they
Nope.
waited until tonight.
It should be done tomorrow, though.
Here's hoping. Yeah.
Well, what you did
Anyway,
do was perfect. And my sister messaged, and she had done your character originally. And she said there is one way to do Lily, and she is doing it right.
High praise. Thank you. Oh man.
I just tried to channel if Tino Balducci was a professional poker player.
Ooh,
That
yes.
was the vibe I was going for.
You nailed it.
You nailed that.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I knew I didn't like you.
Hannah, didn't you channel a Nancy Drew character as well?
I did. I sure did. A certain character, maybe from Stay Tuned for Danger.
I was wondering. I'm like, that seems odd.
The Pacific Run thing was not related to the character. I just threw that in as an
Yeah.
Easter egg.
Back from the dead. Welcome back, Caitlin.
I realized I could come back now. I was just in chat.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Also, did anybody notice the like blatant Nancy Drew reference?
The black cat?
The no talent.
Dread Isle.
Yeah.
Dread Isle,
Yeah.
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 I heard that name and I was like, that sounds familiar.
And the shipwreck That would that was so
Mhm.
great. I was like, hey, it's Ransom of the Seven Ships. Oh
I
man.
also thought Maggie's notes were similar to the Black Cat notes. That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good thought. I hadn't even thought of that.
Kathyrn, may I just say, as someone who was actually a Girl Scout, you channeled lifelong Girl Scouts absolutely perfectly. They are that neurotic.
Thank you. Thank you.
The
I'm so
jumping in
mad
the
I
snow
bought
was
Girl Scout
genius,
cookies. They
Catherine.
didn't come in yet. What'd you say, Andrew?
The jumping in the snow was genius.
Oh my
Oh,
word, your
thank
video
you.
was
That was
hilarious.
funny.
Really committed to that video.
Yeah. Great job on
That
your
was awesome.
audition videos.
That
Yeah,
was
everyone did so good.
Yeah, you guys showed up. I gave you like no direction and everyone took it and ran. And I'm just so grateful.
Oh man. Okay, wait. So I was dealing with a child. Did he get away or did we get him?
I think we just got off the island.
You know, it's really
Did we all get off
unclear.
Because
It's
I missed
unclear.
it. I came back like as
Just another Nancy Drew reference.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, we left the Russian behind. He's still on the island.
Oh no. Oh man.
Now
And he
it's
would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you pesky meddling kids.
I think it's unclear, but I can ask the writer. Hang on. Oh, she texted me. She says in all caps, "He's not actually Australian." Nar.
Arnar.
Cleo.
Arnar.
Did your sister actually think I was?
Hunter, your accent is excellent. I've watched a
looks so
lot of
good.
Australian, British television. You could do that for voice acting. Like that was excellent.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. Yeah, I probably sound super weird to you guys now.
Abigail says that she likes to think that the helicopters caught him. So
Okay.
In
so
the plates.
we in the plates.
Full Indiana Jones. Just
No. No.
oh no,
Oh,
I got
no.
kingpin all over me.
He got stung by a hummingbird.
And as we leave the island, we see a single hummingbird land on a flower and then fade away. End credits.
And here we have our cinematographer.
Oh my goodness.
Well, this was so good, you guys. Thank you all so much for being part of it. Everybody played their roles so amazingly. Everyone did a fantastic job, and I know that people in chat, if they were here, they would be giving you a round of applause. So that was Murder Most Foul. If you thought that this was fun and you would like to do this again, do this for your own friend group, whatever you want to do, check out whosclues.com or look up Who's Clues on Etsy, which you can actually purchase these murder mystery parties like for your own friend group. They're super fun. I've done multiple. They're always amazing. I actually played Kathyrn's role when I did this one originally and had a blast. She did it way better than me. And like she's got Regency era ones. She's got like the 1920s. There's one where you steal diamonds. They're incredible. So if you think that this was cool, definitely check that out. And I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning. This was put on as a reward for, if you guys remember the stream crawl, I offered this up as a, like a like a goal for if we hit $12,000 for pancreatic cancer, and we did. So thank you guys again so much. If any of you were there for that, thank you for the donations, especially you, Hunter. You or no, I mean no, especially you, Bud. You were the one who gave the 5K. So
Did I give you money?
nope, not you, not you.
Well, thank you very much. Well, you're very welcome. All I did was like hear two people talk about this event in chat, and I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And then Susie's like, "Oh, I need Hunter in this." That's all I did.
Amazing fun. Oh my goodness. The shirt. You brought it out.
Was
I have to go
accidentally
for real, you
donated.
guys.
Bye, Caius.
I appreciate you being patient with me. Good night, friends.
Good night, everybody. This was super fun.
Bye, Hunter.
Bye, Hunter.
Bud, your shirt is iconic. And
That has always been a fear of mine of like if I donate money to any place or if I have to type in the value anywhere, I'm always just like, where's the decimal point though?
Oh yeah. So, well, first of all, Kathyrn made the shirt. She made the shirt out of pity.
That was his reward for
Yes.
donating all that money.
Well, so the funny thing about that is I got the Fatima shirt, and that one was for free, but I had to pay for this one. It was not. It was like $15. It was not that bad. But so what had happened was I was trying to donate on my phone, which is always a mistake, and don't ever do that. Always do it on a computer. And the first time I tried to donate, it put like the cursor in the 1 cent tab, like section. So I put 5000, so it bumped it over to $50, and then I accidentally like swiped away and had to go back. And the second time it put it in the $1 section for whatever reason, and instead of being like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" it just took the money. But we got it back. We got the money back. Very grateful for Mullins. My cold medicine is wearing off, so I have no voice. But very grateful for Mullins for being on the phone with PanCan, being like, my friend needs his money back.
Mullins is a legend and unfortunately could not be with us tonight. She was supposed to play Cassidy, and just has too much going on. But shout out to Mullins because she is wonderful and amazing. But yeah, so everyone, thank you so much for being part of this, and thank you for joining. And for anyone watching as a replay, I hope you guys had fun as well. And I don't know, maybe if we do another fundraiser and raise another 12,000, then we can do this again someday. So thank you, everyone, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.